Hey guys, welcome to Retro Effects. Welcome to the channel. Um, Playing a little Castlevania today. I think this is going to be um, the first game that I'm going to broadcast. Actually, I'm gonna stop and talk just for a little bit. I thought about making a separate video and doing this, but I'll just lock it in with this first one. Just a little bit about the channel and me and kind of the reason for doing this. Um, you know, there's been kind of a resurgence or like a renaissance of retro gaming lately. I mean, when you look at, they have the NES Mini and the SNES Mini, and they have the games on the Switch. They have some of these collections for like the rare correction, the rare collection for Xbox One, and they have all these games on there. And I'm like, people are starting to do it. People are starting to see it again, and it kind of gets me excited because it's been something that I've been passionate about since the since I was a little kid. I mean, I'm in my mid 30s, so you know, I grew up with the NES and then the SNES and Genesis and PlayStation and stuff like that. And and the other thing, like me being in my mid 30s, my friends, I don't have any kids, but my friends are having kids, and they're starting to get their kids into gaming. And it'd be nice to like share a little bond over some retro gaming. And the other thing is like some of my friends will like maybe see a retro game or this or that, and they're like, man, I remember that, and it kind of brings back some good memories. And it does for me every time I play it. It really does. And I mean, I would think about it in this way. Like I would think of this channel as like maybe the Bob Ross of retro gaming, right? Um, Kid friendly. We're not gonna curse, but you watch Bob Ross, and you're like, man, he makes it look so easy, and he encourages like anybody can paint. Well, anybody can pick these up and get back into it. And I'm gonna do some walkthroughs, some talkthroughs, some first time plays, some reviews. I'd like to have a couple of guests on here. I got a great editor who's helping me with this stuff because I'm not technologically savvy. And one of my buddies has a band. He did the intro for. He did the music in the intro, and it's great, and I love it. And it was totally just done for me. And those guys are great, and I want to have them on the show to play because they're passionate about retro gaming too, and they get their kids into it. So I think that's great, and anybody I want to encourage participation and stuff into some of these games. And I mean, I guess selfishly, the other thing is this is I guess an artistic outlet for me. Just to be creative, and it's something I've always wanted to do. I grew up in Pennsylvania, so like around the time that AVGN and those guys and YouTube was just coming out, like AVGN was in Philly and Jersey, and I was in northeastern Pennsylvania. I'm in New Orleans now, but at the time, people were saying, "Hey, check out these funny guys on YouTube playing games," and I'm like, "Man, that's awesome. That's like everything I love, right?" Um, so I've been wanting to do it since like '06, '07. It's just I didn't I didn't really know where to start, and I didn't really have the time. And me being a teacher now, the other thing is like I had the encouragement from my students. Like we talk about retro games all the time. Um, and that's another thing. I want them to be able to watch the channel. I want them to be able to kind of maybe get them involved in it. We talk about it. Some of my students who game, I mean, a lot of them just play. They're not familiar with the old stuff, so this might be, a chance to get them started, and or to see where the evolution of the games, and which is what I think is fun. Um, and some of them know some of the characters and stuff from Smash. So seeing where those characters came from and the games and where they started, I think that'd be kind of fun. But again, they kind of encouraged me to put one up, do a creative outlet, and they kind of gave me advice and stuff. So I mean, they've been great to talk to. But this is being filmed during the quarantine, so obviously have some time on my hands, and again, it's a creative outlet for me. So just to pass the time, and hopefully, people will enjoy this, and I'll continue this, once everything's all over and stuff. But I mean, I'd like to continue this throughout. Just I'm not doing it for money or anything. I'm not doing this to get rich. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. So leave your comments below, like, subscribe. Good, bad, indifferent. I don't care. I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt. But if you want, if you have any suggestions for any videos, anything like that, send an email or send a message. I'll leave the. I'm trying to figure out Twitter. Facebook is Retro Ephex. I think Twitter is @Ephex Retro. But anyway, so moving on to Castlevania. So Billy, you are Simon Belmont of the Belmont clan of vampire hunters, and if you watched the Netflix series, it's great. Don't let your kids watch it though, because it is violent and vulgar and so on and so forth. But it's great. So you probably, if you watch that, you're familiar with the Belmonts. The premise of this is you are in Castlevania, Dracula's castle, and you're going to go kill him because he's bad. Simplistic, not really too original, but it works and it's fun and it's familiar. Gameplay, you have a whip, as you can see. The physics of the whip is you rock back and you go forward, so it's not like Mega Man where you push the button and you just automatic fire, right? You have to wait for the physics of the whip. So you see these candles that I am whipping, and these hearts that I'm getting, and these money bags. Okay, so the hearts basically are ammunition for the sub-weapons. If you see I picked up a knife before, I'll throw one now. You push up and B. Okay, you get a variety of sub-weapons. So the knife is a straightforward projectile. You're going to get a stopwatch, which stops time. You're going to get an axe, which you're going to see later. I'm going to use on this level. And I'm going to pause it so you can see. You're going to get a cross, which is going to act as a boomerang. And then you're going to get a holy water, which is... You're going to see that later because we're going to spam that a lot. That's like a stun lock. Okay? So if you see this turkey leg here, or pot roast, or whatever they call it, I think it's a pot roast. We'll just call it a pot roast. This is how you regain health. So it's not the hearts. I know it doesn't make sense, but, bear with it. And the money gives you points. And what the points do is, if you accumulate enough points, you will get a 1-up or an extra life. So there's 6 stages, and it spawned a bunch of sequels, and I'll talk about that at a later time. But people say, like, okay, what's the difficulty factor? Like, why is it so difficult? What makes it difficult? It's not really a lot of the enemies, it's the physics. Okay, so what's going to happen, as you can see, I'm going to show you in a second. When you jump, you don't go on the stairs, see? And when I jump, I'm going to jump, and I'm pushing back. I can't change directions. So the physics of the jumping is a committed jump, right? You can't change direction in the air. The other thing is when you get hit, you fly back. So if you're on a platform, there's some enemies, you get hit, you're going into a instant death. Now, see these 2s? Okay? So basically what that does is allow you to throw more than sub-weapon at a time. Okay? And that makes that easy. You can also get a 3. But if you pick up another sub-weapon, you lose your multiplier. Okay? So the importance is, you're going to see throughout the game, we're going to use the holy water a lot. So my strat, my easy strat, my safe strat, use the holy water a lot. And you want the multiplier. Okay? It makes the bosses are easy. Even Dracula's not that hard. It's honest to God, it's the platforming with the physics. Okay, so you see, I picked up the cross. It's gonna be like a boomerang, and I'll show you what that does right here. Okay, knock that bat off. There's some points here, and you saw I missed the one at the beginning. If you can jump over the the door as you enter the castle, it'll activate one of those too. This stage, we're gonna be introduced to the Medusa heads, and those are a pain in the rear if you don't know how to handle them. So what they do is they're going to be a flying enemy that goes in a wave pattern. So not back and forth, but a wave pattern. And a lot of times when they come is random. So good old NES random, right? Alright. And there's the Medusa heads, and we're just going to avoid, and now we can walk straight through. There's going to be a part on this level, which 9.8 times out of 10, right here, I'm okay with. Got to whip this first one, got to whip the second one, jump, kneel. I'll jump over the fourth one, okay, and we are good. So just remember that pattern, because right away, if you're not careful, that can get tricky. There's a pot roast here, if you need it. Alright. We're going to be safe. Ooh, nope. I guess you have to jump on that one. Thought you could just walk. Nope. Okay. If I get a little... Now, here's where the random Medusa heads are, so don't catch one by that ledge. Now, if you need another pot roast, don't jump down as soon as you come out here. Okay, there's one right here. Right there if you need it. Okay? Here's where we're going to see the holy water. And careful with those things, because that's instant death. Okay? So here's your holy water right here. You can kneel on this one just to be safe. Right there. Don't stop to whip. You don't need that. Oh, don't forget that ghost. And we're just gonna take care of that real quick. That stack of heads, because they're a pain. I'm gonna activate the bat. There you go. There's a 2 right here. Should be, and that's all you really need for Medusa, which is gonna be the boss of this stage. Fairly easy without any holy water. Okay. Oh, there's your 3 right there. So. And the thing with the stack of heads is you really got to watch the timing on the whip and the fireball, right? Maybe I would back up if you're not sure. If you can, I would back up if you're by a ledge, just in case. You know, when you see that flash, I'm just going to walk straight through here. Here is Medusa. We're going to walk over here to activate and start spamming that holy water. And that's going to be no sweat. Right there. There you go, stage 2. There's gonna be a couple parts in the next stage in which I get a little nervous. So you're gonna have these random crows, and we're gonna try to get through it. I'm definitely trying to do deathless run straight through. If you don't have the holy water, there could be one over here, right? One of these will drop it for you. It's usually that one. That ghost is random whether it comes or not. Now these are the flea men. You need to take them out as they jump, and you need to remember that, because there's going to be a part in the next level where they become a pain. Now watch for random drops, guys. All right, this one I don't like. All right, we're good. And I'm going to show you where most of the weapon drops are. So this skeleton, you want to be active. Okay, you want to press him. If you run towards him, he'll back up. If you run away, he'll come towards you. Just so you understand the physics. Okay, more importantly, when you're on the stairs, remember you can't fly back. Okay, here's going to be the sequence with these ravens. I'm going to jump, throw holy water. I should take care of that here. There you go. I'm going to throw one right here. But that killed him, so holy water. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Oh, bag of money. Kneel down right there. There we go. Skeleton here, throw holy water. Jump on the platform. If you like the axe, There it is. Okay. But I want to keep the holy water. Try to be as efficient as possible through this run. Okay. Oh, whoops. Some Medusa heads. Throw holy water here. And that'll do. I'll take that. Alright. Okay, if you want a stopwatch, there's a stopwatch. I don't. Okay. Gotta take out these crows as they come. Stack of heads again. Let's just take care of them. These crows annoy me. See that? Alright. If that one, so those are random. If that one comes up real high, stay in the middle. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's just get rid of that. I'm not messing around here, guys. Efficiency. Make sure that. Okay, good. Get a little heart. Alright, excuse me. Now we gotta take care of these crows as they come. Boom, right there. Boom, right there. And actually, the motion that you use to do that is the same that you're going to use for Dracula. Ooh, see what I'm talking about? Your timing. Okay, take care of him. Now you got to jump and whip. Okay, now let's activate this. Okay, this is a knife. If you don't have any other weapon, there's your knife. Okay, we don't want that. The step below me here is going to be, that's going to be a pot roast. We're going to activate these mummies. We're going to sit right here. And we're just going to spam this holy water. And that's it. If you don't have holy water, you can stay up here and wait till they're in a corner. There's your pot roast. Wait till they're in a corner like over here and you can keep whipping. Okay, or you can sit on the pot roast step and whip them in the head as they come towards you and you should be fine. This next, is it this next stage? Yeah, this next stage kind of worries me. The platforming in the first part is really kind of a pain. Alright, this is one of my absolute least favorite levels due to the random bats and fishmen. What would help is this candle up above me right there, that was close, would be a stopwatch, and that would definitely help with everything. But I want to keep this holy water, and if you don't have holy water and you want it, it's this candle right here. Alright, remember, as soon as we get on this, we have to duck. There's going to be a bat. I know there's going to be a bat. Yep. Oh, and that was lucky. Usually you get knocked back. Okay, alright. Driving me crazy here. No matter how many times I play through this and beat it, I can't stand that part. And then the next one can get a little crazy too. So these eagles are going to drop these flea men, and if you remember from what I said before, these flea men, if you let them bounce around, it can get a little hectic, and there'll be like 3, 4 on the screen. Got to take care of them as they drop. As they drop, remember. See? Now we had 2 come on at the same time. And this is what I'm talking about. You gotta keep your head on the swivel here. And it will I mean, they are random, so if they come at the same time, it's just, you know, you can't predict it. It's either gonna happen or it's not. It's random. Walk completely under that bone dragon. Alright, if I get hit one more time, I'm dead. So I'm hoping here. Okay, so you don't want this. This is a knife. You don't want that. This next bone dragon, we gotta really spam this holy water. About 4 out. Okay, alright. Because right there is a pot roast. And that will be just fine. And we should be in good shape for the boss, which is Frankenstein. Now the important thing, well, here, I'll get into that after this, because there's going to be another bone dragon. About 3 out right here. We're just going to spam that. And that should be fine right there. Good, good, good. Big heart right there. Should have enough. Now, if you don't have the holy water, this is going to be difficult. Okay, so what you don't want to do if you don't have the holy water is try to aim for the hunchback or the flea man, because you can't kill it, right? All the damage is going to be dealt to Frankenstein. We're going to spam that right here. Spam, spam, spam right there. Let's make sure he doesn't jump off and jump around. And we are good. Okay? So that's all we needed. Okay, on to the next stage, which isn't very difficult. But you gotta know what to do. And it's imperative that you have the holy water for this. Okay, so as I was saying, the holy water here is, especially in triple, is necessary to spam the boss. Otherwise, you're going to have a heck of a time with the Grim Reaper. Now, is it doable? Yeah, I've done it without holy water before. Do you want to have a bad time? Because that's how that happens. Alright, I'm just going to pressure him. And most of this level will be just knowing how to beat these enemies, and that's all. And just being careful. I really don't think there's any major platform in here. You know? Oh, that sucks. It's just, you know, keeping the pressure on. Really, really just being precise with your hits, honestly. You know, these flea men. Oh, these red skeletons come back if you didn't notice that already. So, and that'll help right there. Doing good. All right, so I'm probably gonna get a little quiet right now just because of what it is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and throw this. This is the first Axeman. As you see what they're doing. Okay, so throw these axes. And just like the skeletons, if you pressure them forward, they go back. But what you need is that holy water for that stun, right? I want to jump. I want to jump and throw holy water. There we go. Have them walk into it. Let's do one more. And that's playing it safe. Okay. So, do not get this. This is an axe, and you're going to have a bad time with this level. Is it doable? Sure. It really is. I've done it. I didn't like it. I'm going to run all the way up there. I'm going to beat this skeleton to the punch. Boom. Right there. And just keep moving. Get him down. Keep moving. Get him down. Keep moving. Alright. Get him down. Keep moving. If you need a multiplier, it's going to be up. Okay, here's another axe guy. Alright, and plenty of hearts would be nice. So the other multiplier is up here. If you need it, I think it should just be a heart right now. Yeah, just a heart. Money bags are okay. We're going to have another one of these axe guys. I know it, right? I think it's coming up. Yep. Right there, we just walk backwards. He walks right into it. There we go. We get a big old heart. Make sure you don't encounter any random drops or anything that'll really make you have a bad day with this. Okay. Alright, stack of heads right here. Let's not play around. Let's use some of the holy water. 2. Okay. Alright, now on this stack of heads, we stay like right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before that red skeleton gets over there. Okay? And if we need it, there's going to be a pot roast over here. What I suggest is, it's going to be right in there. What I suggest is you come up here and try this part. Now, we got to really pressure. Okay? Got to really pressure here. And we're doing good. Okay? Avoid these Medusa heads. We have enough of these. Grim Reaper's going to be upper right. We're going to trigger them and start spamming. Start spam. Otherwise, we're going to have a real bad time. And there you go. A lot of new people have trouble with that level until they figure out how to do it. I think it's a little bit easier because it's just enemies and it's not physics and platforming. Right? Next level is the last level. So this is level 6. And I'm gonna try to keep the triple holy water the whole time. There's a couple ways to do it. I don't know if I want to go back and show you the other way. I don't know if I want to risk it, but you can get the stopwatch. You can get the stopwatch, and it'll make it a little bit easier and a little bit safe. I'm gonna try to hit the holy water through the rest of this level. So yeah, I mean, I really want to get to the second form of Dracula with this triple holy water. There's an axe if you want it. And here's going to be the problem. It's the randomness of this level, right? There's some platforms. There's some random. So this part on this bridge, you're going to have the vampire bat that you face in the first level, and you got to stun them and walk past. 1, and they don't. And how they move after you stun them is random. 7 times out of 10, it'll work. Okay, those 3 times out of 10, you'll be like, why did it do that? Okay, alright, so there we go. That worked out real well. Okay, careful with these skeletons. No reason not to use holy water. Okay, there's going to be 2 more up here. There's going to be a knife on the top, too, and we don't want to get that knife no matter what. Okay. Alright, it's not going to be here. It's this one. After we get past here, we just start throwing holy water. Right? Start throwing holy water. Up, not over. And we're fine. We're fine. Okay, if we could just get to... Alright. Now... I'm just going to look, I'm going to have a flawless run with Dracula. And what I could do, okay, so since we're here, so yeah, as long as you make it to this point, we're good. So I'm going to farm for hearts. I wish there was somewhere, I wish I knew where a turkey was or something. Pot roast. If you die, you start back down at the beginning of the stairs. So that's no big deal. You can keep walking up and back down and getting your whip upgrades and everything else that you need. Okay, so the problem with Dracula is he's going to disappear and reappear, and sometimes he'll reappear right on top of you. Okay, then he's going to open his cloak, shoot 3 fireballs. You got him in the face, as you're going to see right there. It takes 16 hits, and it's completely random. If you jump too soon, the fireballs go up too high. That should hit. Okay, that was close. Let's keep going. See that? Oh, son of a biscuit. Getting down there. One more hit and I'm dead. And so is he. Alright, now. Excuse me for being a little quiet. Oh, there we go. Alright. No death run. Castlevania. So basically all I did was hit the whip, hit a holy water, hit the whip, hit a holy water, and just alternate. And I wish you could see my thumbs. I'm going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So here's the ending. Yeah, I mean, it's real happy with that. I mean, I thought I could have done a little bit better. But, you know, for not playing a little while, I was pretty happy with that, with a no death run on doing it on camera. And it was the first time I played. It's the first time I played this on camera. So. Whew, it's not really a grind, but I mean it's a sprint. It's kind of a sprint. You gotta be sharp. Definitely a classic. I want to visit some of the sequels. I'm not as great on them. I really want to do Super Castlevania 4. The physics in that are pretty good. You can whip in like 8 directions. Soundtrack is great. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, leave some comments below, and just, you know, more importantly, oh, look, it restarts you over. More importantly, just, you know, get yourself involved in retro gaming. Get a friend doing it. Okay? You can, I'm going to post to Twitter and everything else, so you can visit us, you know, on Facebook, Twitter, basically all the platforms. So, anyway, Castlevania, and thanks for coming by.
Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Gmail. Don't forget to like and subscribe.